Public comment?
One of the, you mentioned the state people would help with the evergreen writing up the project, and if there's any way some of us, I mean, Jeff knows it all, but some of us have, no, I mean, seriously, you don't need us, but if it would be useful, because we've written up some of these things before, to let us just help.
We get them in touch with you and you can work together.
And then there's a second project that we're calling it Walk, Run, Ride a Week of, because there's all these discussions about walking trails and everything.
Right.
And there are already existing bike routes. There are telephone walking tours. There's the historic tours that Emma has written and Tom McIntyre have written. These already exist, but with the addition of signage, I think we could accomplish the goal, and while keeping most of the 10 million for more important projects. So if there's a way that, I mean, I'll write up something and send it before the 7th, but I think it would be in the village's interest to work with us. I mean, I'll do whatever I can, because but we just redrew the cemetery walking tour, which was amazingly, the graves were all mislocated, and so we're redoing these tours, and I think that will obviate the need for, like, one of the projects was the walk up with the Owego Creek, and Jeff had mentioned, I think you said you lost 200 feet of that trail. So some of these things, if we could, and like the walk out to Hickories, I mean, if anything, just extend the sidewalk rather than these more elaborate things. So we've done research on these things. So if there's interest, I hope we could just to make sure the money gets to the projects the board thinks.
If you have stuff between the meetings that you want to talk to the consultants about, that there's an email address on the website, the Village Owego, there's a downtown revitalization tab, and there's some information there. There's an email address listed that goes to them.
Okay, I've got all that, and as you know, I've submitted stuff before, and it goes into
if you
the great
send it to them and send it to me or Fran, or we'll make sure somebody sees it.
Okay, I sort of don't care whether it happens, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah, they're good ideas.
And so I just, because there's so much that you guys know needs the money.
Yes.
And signs cost $75 a piece, as opposed to.
One thing that I've been approached from a village standpoint by private people is somebody wants to build a band shell at Draper Park, similar to the one that's at Hickories, all out of concrete.
And it's not going to be as ugly as the one that's
yeah, not as ugly, much prettier.
I've talked to them also. I just want everybody to know. We're not going to agree. No.
Well, they just size it, so you know what I mean. But they've got some pretty good backing, like Tyler Downs and Weitzman's.
Oh, okay. They got other funding to go with it. Yeah.
Why don't we put that in the land Jeff has cleared up in Evergreen? We have 5 acres. People can park all over that grass lot rather than, Draper.
Their draw to Draper Park was close to downtown, so like Tyler Downs could bus people to a bus stop there, drop people off, they could listen to a band, shop, eat, whatever. Hop on a bus, go back to the hotel. So there's It's interesting anyway. Sure. Any other public comment?
Yeah. Back to the whole code enforcement issue. You have 2 village laws on the books right now to deal with code enforcement. They basically aren't even being enforced. They could help to fund putting that code enforcement officer full-time. You have the one that was passed before 2011, requiring the landlords to have their properties inspected by code enforcement, and you have, I can name at least 6 landlords right now that don't do that. And then you have the one that was passed in 2015, the public nuisance law, that's not enforced. And to me, it's, if you're not going to use those and collect the money, what's the sense of having them on the books?
That's a good point. Yeah. Revenue is revenue.
I just wanted to mention the house tour is coming back on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
The Tiger Arts Council, so 12 to 4, followed by an original play in Tiger Trails. And so everybody's welcome to support that and to enjoy that. And so, Mr. Mayor, will you put the edited version of the law up for people to look at?
Yes.
You know, before, and then we have our meeting this Thursday, and when you do that, could you put some notice that we invite anyone to come to the meeting and talk about the law? I mean,
Sure.
we're trying to be transparent as possible
Sure.
with anybody, and that would be a good time to do that.
I can do that.
Okay. Thank you. It is the, where are we here? It's the 6th, at 7 o'clock here. Yes. Mhm.
Thank you.
All right, so now we need the motion for the executive session.
So to be a little more specific, because we have to identify not just executive session,
Right.
but it's
I'll let you-
to discuss the promotion, employment, discipline, suspension, all those employment-related items of an individual within the police department. And then, is there another second reason you want to go? I know we talked about it.
No, not really. I'll just say that we don't plan on that.
Who seconded that?
Somebody need a second for that.
I'll second it.
Okay. We'll take a vote on that.
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Abstain.
No, he's just abstaining.
I just did.
I know.
You're good?
Ken? Rick?
I know I can. I'm quite, if you kick out, once I start something.
Get bad.